Hey, I'm James from Smoky Dad Barbecue, and today you are in for a treat. If you've never had wood-fired pizza, something that you think is amazing is about to get a whole lot more amazing, because wood-fired pizza takes it to that next level. So it's a lot easier than you think. And I'm going to show you how to set up your Kamado Joe to make some of the best pizza you've ever had. And I can't wait to show you, since I haven't done it on video yet, I'm going to show you how to do it using the DoJoe, which is an insert that Kamado makes for both the Kamado Joe Classic and the Big Joe. And you can convert your Joe into a pizza oven. And I've done one of these where I've had pizza off of a friend's pizza oven a week ago and done pizza on here. I can't taste the difference. Now I'm gonna do a video, let me know in the comments if you wanna see it, where we try and get these two ovens together and do a head-to-head. Let me know if you wanna see that happen, because these are not light and I'm not doing it if you guys don't wanna see it. But before any of that, we gotta make some amazing pizza. And what we're gonna use for ingredients today is a little bit of leftover brisket. I know it sounds like English, but you're saying, what's leftover brisket? I know we can't have anybody over, social isolation, so I could not eat an entire 14-pound packer brisket myself or the family. So we got a little bit of brisket left over. So we're gonna make an amazing barbecue pizza using some of that awesome brisket. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description below. You don't wanna miss it. This thing came out amazing. Smoke ring was half-inch thick, beautiful, juicy, and I think it's going to make an amazing barbecue pizza. Plus, we'll do a traditional pizza. And so we got a whole lot to get ready for this episode. I'll take you inside in a minute. We're going to make some pizzas, show you how to make the dough. That's really easy. But before we do that, I want to get some heat in the Kamado Joe, so let's fire it up.
Okay, this is our go-to pizza dough recipe. We love it because we can do it in about an hour and a half, and it makes enough for 4 thin crust pizzas. I'll put a link to the recipe from Bobby Flay and all the ingredients and instructions on how to make this dough in the description below.
All right, the live fire is roaring behind me, as you saw from that last shot, and we're nearly up to temperature, getting ready to throw on the DoJoe. But before we do, and while we can still handle it, it's nice and cool to the touch, well, I'm gonna show you how this thing works and makes awesome Italian style pizza at home in your backyard using the Kamado Joe. All right, so as you can probably see, this thing has a couple key components to it. One, it has this lower level which you hang your factory included with a Kamado Joe, your half moon deflector plates. So you slide those into position, just like so, and push those against one another so you've got a solid surface. The second thing you can see placed around here are little air holes that allow for heat to come up and just continue to put heat on top of your dome. And that is really important for getting that broiling effect. The other thing that we're doing right now is we're getting some heat in our dome, and we're gonna install this at about 450 degrees. And what that's gonna allow us to do is save some of that residual heat, not waste too much energy getting it up to temperature, and then we're gonna let this go right up between 600-700 degrees. And when it finally hits 600-700 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and close the dome. And there's no better way to describe this, but it's all of a sudden, that's when the pizza oven kicks in. So you get that wave of warm air sort of rushes out the front of this thing, just like you do on a pizza oven. And that is what is going to help get great airflow for our pizza. So let me go ahead and install the pizza stone on top on the second layer. That's nice and flush, and we'll get ready to install it in the Kamado Joe. Okay, so we've got that all lined up so that the little latch lines up here. It's nice and centered on our gasket. Now we'll just open this all the way up, wait till we see our temperature, and then we'll close the top and get that heat convection going out the bottom.
Okay, for this cook we did 3 crusts and we saved 1 for another cook in the future. And so using the dough after it had rested for that 10 minutes from being separated, we just pressed it out into pizza crusts. I like to use parchment paper as it makes it really easy to slide our dough onto these trays, onto the pizza peel, and then in and out of the Kamado Joe, and then bringing it back in so we have something to slice the pizza up on. So we did a couple pizzas. We did one with mozzarella and pepperoni for the kids. I did one with some of our home cured bacon. I'll put a link in the description so you can find that. And saving the best for last, our barbecue pizza is the one that we're going to build using that leftover brisket that we had, and it came out awesome. I'll meet you outside when it's time to throw these on.
All right, our Joe is up to temperature, and even just standing here, it's a little bit warm. As soon as you close that dome, you just get the fire rolling over the top, coming out the front, just like you do in a pizza oven. And the wood-fired pizza, I mean wood-fired. Like, just grab some of this stuff here. This is solid hardwood from Argentina. It smells amazing. So we're sitting right at the 700-degree mark. It's time to make some pizzas. Don't blink, you'll miss it. It's only gonna take about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, our first pizza's almost done. It's been about 2 minutes, and the smells wafting out of here are just incredible. Just a few seconds longer. All right, in 2 minutes, there we are. There's first pie for the kids, and just look at that. Don't want to touch it, it's hot. We've got an amazing crust, perfectly broiled on the top. You see pepperoni getting that nice singe, and that's just because of all that heat we have from the dome radiating down. But enough talking, let's get our second pizza pie on. And mentioned the parchment paper just floats away. We just throw that out in the garbage behind us here. Let's get the next one on. So this one's half and half. We got some mushrooms and caramelized onions on one side, and then we've got some bacon from home cured pork belly. I'll put a link in the description below, along with some brisket, also a link in the description below, which makes an amazing pizza topping. So let me just take this one into the kids. Okay, we're about 45 seconds in. Let's rotate our pizza about halfway around. Looks good. I don't mean to go Blair Witch on you, but let me pull the camera a little bit closer just so you can see what's going on. Oh yeah, I know the lighting's not very good, but you can just see that dough starting to rise up. I think my phone might melt from the heat coming out of the front of the dojo here. That big block is burning hot. We're holding right at just below 700. Put this back in the mount. And this is one of those cooks, you don't have a lot of time to fiddle around. You get through about 3 pizzas in 6 minutes or so. So once they're cooking, we're cooking fast. All right, in the blink of an eye, it's our last pizza. Family's already digging in. I saved the best for last. This is our barbecue brisket pizza. Let's get it on the dojo. In we go. So this will be over before I know it. So before I forget and run out of time, really want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you've never had wood-fired pizza, you've got to try it. You are in for a treat. It is so good. Family loves it. We do this cook all the time. I've never made a video on it, but if there's something else that I'm not doing on video you want to see me do, let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Until then, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. See you then.